Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends, and once again thank you for stopping by. So I've got something pretty cool to show you today, and this is next level, if not 2 levels of Tamiya nerdiness, and I absolutely love it. So these are what would you call them? Tamiya Mini Boxes. These are absolutely superb. Now, obviously, I'm going to show you all this as this video gets on, but I'm absolutely, these are blowing me away. So first of all, a huge shout out to Rob Edwards. He's the guy who has sent me these. Now, Rob does these, but he doesn't really advertise them that much. He's got his own Facebook page. Not just for these, but he's done a little display in these. I'm guessing he just created it himself for his own little collection, and now he's selling them for a couple of quid. So as soon as I saw them, I was like, I've got to get some of those. So I actually ordered 10 different ones, and he actually sent me 12. He gave me a couple to play with, and when he said that, I thought that's awesome. But I thought the 2 extras would just be duplicates, but it turns out they're 2 different Tamiya models. So again, thanks Rob. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm going to show you them in detail. I'll do one. I'll show how to sort of create one, and then I want to show in a couple of different display scenarios on what I'm planning to do, because I've got like 3 different ideas of how I'm going to display them. Again, just mega cool. So it's a detail as well. As you get into it, you'll see the detail on the box itself. Obviously, it's even got the detail of the cardboard outer box, or the inner box, but the cardboard colour that goes over it. They even come with a little manual to go with them. So it's all got to be cut out, folded and glued. Now I've actually done 2 before I started this video, because I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing really, and that I had the right stuff. So yeah, so if you're interested in this and you're still watching, which I hope you are, so at the end of this video I'll show you Rob's own personal collection of these, which is absolutely superb, and I'll also all his details, his contact details will be in the description as well. There'll be a link to his Facebook page and an email where you can contact him if you want to buy these. Again, this is nothing to do with me. I've just bought these for myself, but I thought you guys might want to have a look at them. Just superb, absolutely love it. So let's get the camera over and I'll show you them in detail. Right, so as I say, these are a couple quid each, and I think they're well worth it if you're as nerdy as I am. The potential of displaying these in various ways is huge. So as you can see, you get your main box, and you've got all your where to cut out, and your inner box, and then your manual. I'll just try zooming on this camera. It's probably not the best for zooming in, that gives you a rough idea, and obviously size wise that's my thumb. But yeah, I think that is absolutely superb. Let's see if I can get in on the manual. So obviously the manual's just 2 pages which you just fold in half, but you get the gist of it. And I have to say, the detail on these is absolutely superb. Obviously, for something so small, to get the print quality as good as it is absolutely out of this world. So let me just show you very quickly what I've got. So obviously you've seen the Thunder shot. So I've got the big wig. I'm just taking out of that. I've got the Top Force. I've got the Boomerang. Tamiya Royalty. I've got the Avanti. I've got the Egress, Top Force Evo, Porsche 959. Oh, I love it. Hot Shot and Super Shot, and I've got 2 others, a Falcon and the Blazing Blazer. So let's set this camera up so I can show you I'll show you the 2 I've done. No, before that we'll do one, and then I'll show you the other 2 I've done, and then we'll go to the display side of it. So before we start, a couple of things that you obviously definitely need. I normally use craft knives, but I just bought one of these just to do it, because I thought if I go through blades quite quickly, these are like a couple of quid. I have to use my magnifying glasses because it's just so small. Obviously the stainless steel ruler is a must, and that's pretty much all you need. There is the glue, and the stuff I'm using is just a glue stick, you know, that stuff. And as I say, I've made two already. You dab that on the corners and squeeze them together with your thumb for a couple of seconds, and that's it. They don't spring off or anything. It's not detailed, it's not difficult, but you have got to take your time, cut in the correct positions, and do sort of really concentrate on the folds before you glue it. But I'll show you that on the one we're going to do. So we may as well start on the Thundershot. Right, so the way I've been doing it, I'd start with the manual first. Just zoom in on that a little bit, and obviously just get your just cut around the outside of it, and then I didn't score this, I just fold it in half. Right, so that's just obviously trim around the edges of the manual, as you can see, and then it's just a case of folding it. And that's that folded, and you could glue it together because obviously it's on the front and back page, but what I do, I just press down on the edge with the ruler and let that flare out, because as you see later, when it's in the boxes, it just gives that sort of more of a 3D effect, if that makes sense. So that's a little manual done. So now with this, let me just go a bit closer. So the way I've been doing them, I just go all round the four edges first and cut the edges off, then one edge across the side to separate them both, and then all you got to do is take your time and take the four edges off, if that makes sense. So let's do that now. So that's all the edges cut now, with just the insides to do. So obviously we're just concentrating on these bits now. Take these little angle parts out. It's really important that the flaps are done correct to the lines so it fits together when it's glued. But right, let's do that. Right, so that's it cut out fully, as you can see, with the edges and what have you. So I'm just gonna lift this up and show you what I do next. So for me, what I did on the first two, it's really important just to make sure that the blade is going down to the joining lines. So I check that on all four, and then it's just a case of lining up on the back the two arrows, the two cuts, making sure this is square, and then it's just a case of running the knife along gently and scoring it on all the way across there, and then the two sides, and then obviously just do the same on the box, and that's it scored. Obviously you've got to be a little bit gentle, making sure you're definitely getting everything in 100% the right place. So now it's just a case of what I've been doing, opening the flaps up, putting the glue stick on either side, and then, as I say, just hold your thumb on it for a couple of seconds and it's good to go. One thing I would say, if you are going to do this, make sure you cover all that white tab in glue. I was just kind of doing the end of it on the first one, and then you could see a little bit of white on the edge. So if you cover it all, then you can hide the majority of that as it's supposed to be. Right, so that's the Thundershot one just glued, as you can see. Very, very cool. Oh dear, I'm a little bit too nerdy for my own good. But yeah, they look absolutely awesome. Right, so I've just brought over the Falcon and the Blazing Blazer. I think the more you get, the cooler this gets. I think on its own, it's like it's not that spectacular, but when you start to see them like that, I think they really do look cool. And I've got to be honest, I love the manuals and the little manuals. I think it's a great little touch, and it definitely gives that sort of 3D effect. What I'll just do quickly before I do any more, I'll just put those together to show you how they look when they're when the lids are on. And I'll say that's them with the lids on. But it's just so realistic, really is. The level of detail is absolutely fantastic. I'm blown away by these, to be honest. I know I keep going on about it, but I'll just zoom in a little bit. But you can imagine, you know, there's a lot of potential. If you like me and you like displaying stuff, there's a lot of potential for this kind of stuff. Right, what I'll do next is I'll dig out Tamiya Royalty and we'll get the Avanti and Egress done. Just one other thing, I don't know if you've noticed, the actual sizes are different, just like the real thing. So the Blazer's a huge Tamiya box, the Falcon's really small, the Falcon's a different size from the Thundershot. So I don't think the 100% to scale, they may well be, I'm not sure, but yeah, that degree of realism is there. Right, that's the Egress and Avanti done. They look ace. I absolutely love them. I really do. Yeah, that is ace. Right, the collection is growing. Right, I won't bore you with any more of me adding one or two at a time. I'll get them all finished and then we'll come back. Right, I'm back. Still not finished. It's really time consuming, which I did expect, to be fair. But I'll tell you what I have noticed. You tend to start rushing a little bit and cutting a few corners and then like literally cutting something you shouldn't. So you really got to be patient with these. So what have we added since you last saw? We've added the Hot Shot, the Big Wig, the Super Shot. Was that it? Yeah, there's only 3, so we've got 4 left, which is Top Force Evo, Porsche 959, and what's the last one? Boomerang. But yeah, I'm enjoying it though. I am. It's something very, very different. Right, I'll definitely get the next 4 finished now. Right, that's them all done. So I'll give it a couple of hours and then to harden. But obviously you're not going to see that. And next up now we'll whiz them into the cabinets because I've got a couple of ideas how I want to display these. Right, so I'm not too sure how this is going to come across with the lighting, but that's my idea, to do them like individually so you can have it. So sorry for the reflection through the glass, but you get the idea. So it's like the Avanti, the Egress. Now I haven't got a 959, but obviously we did the tribute car. But you know, that kind of idea, I kind of like that. I think that looks damn cool. And to be honest, we could open them up again so you can see the manuals and what have you. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Right, let's just try another idea. So unfortunately I haven't got any like shelves for this just yet. So this is just in the top compartment of an IKEA cabinet. And obviously I've only got 12, but I'm definitely going to get more. So I think filling the glass behind them and to the side and make it into either a garage or a shop. Now I'm going to show you what Rob did with his, because he's kind of basically made like a shop and it looks amazing. But yeah, I mean, for now I'll have to leave them like that because there's not a great deal I can do until I'll tell you what might look cool actually, if I just put some kind of mild adhesive like sticky tape on the back of them and actually stick them to the glass at the back, and you could put them just at, you know, slight angles up there, and it would light up really nicely. So yeah, that's one for the future anyway. Thought just while I'm here I'll give you a sneaky peek. I'm going to do a video on these display cabinets because I've actually been given 3 of them, and hence why I'm just setting this up now. So there's a couple of cars, Durga and the Porsche, waiting for the build a new cabinet. The Trick Hot Shot DTR2 MS, that you haven't seen yet, and that is stunning. That one you haven't seen yet, original Avanti, a 911, Egress, Durga, and then there's a original Thundershot and an original Terra Scorcher there. But yeah, that's gonna well, as I say, I'll do a separate video on this once I've got the other cabinet up, because there's quite a few more cars to go in yet. So guys, I'll just show you Rob's, or just 3 or 4 pictures of what Rob's looks like now. As you can see, he's got put like shelving up and with like the Wild Willie driver and stuff. There's so much potential in this to do this type of display. I think you'll agree, his looks absolutely awesome. So, as I say, if you're interested in buying some of these, it's nothing to do with me. The guy's called Rob Edwards. I'll put his name and his Facebook link to his page, and also a contact email should you want to buy any. Obviously, he has a lot more than just these. I don't know if he's got the first 100. That'd be quite interesting, or anything after that. Any more modern stuff, I've no idea. But I'll be definitely getting some more off him at some point when I figure out what I'm gonna do. I know Tony Madden, our admin, or one of our admins on Tamiya Legends, he's had one of those garages built, which fits your car, and so you can take pictures, and it's got all the tools and ramps and stuff. Looks superb. He's even had Tamiya Legends, like a big logo stamped across it. It looks superb. I could have one of those made, but instead of going for a garage, go for like a Tamiya Legends model shop, you know, something like that. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to do something in the future, because I enjoy stuff like this. It's different from tinkering and running the cars. So anyway, I think I've covered everything. One thing I will just say before I go, if you are going to get some of these, it's not something you're going to do in half an hour. There's no quick way of doing this. It's very, very time consuming. And as I found out on one of them, if you do kind of rush and you don't completely concentrate on what you're doing, you can cut in the wrong place, score in the wrong place, and then you've got to put it right so it all fits together. So you really do need to take your time. But it's one of those, if you do take your time, it pays off in the end. So anyway, I'll go away and think about what I'm going to do with these. So guys, once again, thanks so much for watching. It's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please consider liking and subscribing to support us. If you do that, smash that notification bell for our weekly videos. And as always guys, happy RCing.